What is good, my heroes and sheroes, my smashers and smashettes, whatever y'all call yourself out there in the multiverse? This is your captain speaking, the Adam Smasher. And we feeling to get into this animated versus demigod back to back, side by side review. Now, I apologize for not being able to do this visually, but that's kind of good for you, so you don't get to see my ugly face. I'm just kidding. My camera is doing another project for my school, and I'm filming another video on that, so filming slash rendering anyway. So let's get into this. Enough chit chat. Let's go. Alright, so we're going to start with my first top 3 tracks from each album. So, starting off with Demigod, my top 3 tracks would have to be Last Laugh, 3:30 a.m., and Crown, of course. Here's why. Crown, I love this thing because I heard this on his Twitter. I heard the hook is fire. Who knew that our boy 6 Seconds could sing? I mean, of course it's kind of auto-tuned, but you know, you get what I mean. It's pretty hype. Love the hook. Work on that. 3:30 a.m. I really love this track because he's speaking from the heart here. He was telling his life story, and he even gave us some information that I did not know about him. You know, how he started up. He told his tale from like when he started rapping all the way up to the present time. Also, Last Laugh is a great one because it shows that after all, like, I don't know how long he's been on YouTube, 4 years, 5 years, he's finally overcame everybody's expectations. They all tamped him down, and he's finally making it big. So proud for my boy 6 for that one. And yeah, all 3 of these tracks are my favorite because he's speaking from the heart on the first 2, Last Laugh and 3:30 a.m. And Crown is just pretty hyped and everything, just a little turn up song and everything. So yeah, alright, so my next 3 are from animated. Okay, On Everything, Toro, and it's kind of hard to decide on the third one. I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna have to say, gosh, give me a second, hold up. I say it's gonna have to be a tie between the animated intro and Mic Check. Now, if I had to pick one, I put Mic Check just a little bit above it because it's a proper track, and animated intro was just an intro. But here's why here's the reasoning behind these 4 choices. So Toro, once again, another turn up song where kind of like, we've all had those moments where you say miss me with that BS and all that. So that's the hook. Love it because turn up, good energy. On Everything because once again, it feels like he's speaking from the heart there, and I can relate to it because against all odds, I want to succeed, and that's what this whole track is about. You're taking everything, you know, after everybody cheated you and everybody looked down on you in life, on everything. Love it. Animated intro. The reason the intro is so high on this list is because he actually got the guy who records, you know, next time on Dragon Ball Z to introduce his mixtape. That's awesome. That's the one thing that puts it up here. Mic Check, of course, because it sounds kind of like something I would write. Like, you're a different person when you rap, because literally me, my brother Flux, my brother Fades One, we all sound like different people when we're rapping, and this track speaks to that. Also, the production on this beat is just awesome. Above all the beats in this album, Matt Houston, I'm about to get on some of his beats. Y'all need to check him out. I'll leave him in the description below too, because he's fire. Most pristine Naruto beats you will get on the tube. I'm not kidding you. When I say this guy is awesome, this guy is awesome. He's coming out with a mixtape. He just dropped one right next to Demigod. He dropped a beat mixtape, and he's gonna drop another one that's all Naruto themed beats. So bro, it's gonna be fire. You need to hop on that link for Matt Houston before it get too hot. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so those are my top 3 tracks and top 4 tracks from each project, Animated, Demigod, respectively. Let's get into the overall feel of this album. So, the overall feel of Animated. Now, Animated has 17 tracks on it, and it is his first heavy production album. So he's breaking himself into the game. And he starts off with high energy, like animated intro, mic check. He explains his city, explains where he's from, explains his father is a good track on here. It didn't make my top 3, but it's still very good. Bacon, Trap, and Tool. He explains more of his street cred side. He goes how do I say this? He speaks about his perspective on different street items, like, you know, people chasing money, people doing gangster kind of thing. He speaks on how more about himself in the streets, like what he's like. He describes himself in animated terms, you know, like, because he's a big anime fan. And that's what he got famous off of, by the way. And then, yeah, he just goes, like, he describes himself in the subject of the streets as kind of an unorthodox kid who came up in a violent time, and he just does himself. You really have to listen to the album. It's so hard to describe because Six is such an unorthodox artist. Alright, Demigod is even deeper into the streets. Like, he describes different situations that he had with his, like, previous members. I don't know if he was part of a gang or anything, like Rebel Squad, Riot Gang, such and such. That used to be his previous alias before 6 Seconds, Shizzy 6 and stuff. So he's more into his gangster side. But I don't know if he's in part of any gangs, but the Demigod, if you take Animated and think that's street enough, Demigod will get you even deeper into his perspective on the gangsterism and all the streets and what he came up in and his environment and some of his angers and some of his stories. He even dropped his real name in the album. I'm not gonna say it here. I want you guys to go listen to the album and go find it out for yourself. But Animated was like a sneak peek of him, like at the surface, and Demigod was like a deeper version of him at the surface. Still kind of the same subjects. I kind of wish he would have switch it up a little bit from being so street and hood and thug, but that's what he grew up with. He's from New York, and that's how he is. So yeah, that's street. That's the overall feel of Animated and Demigod, from my opinion. That's what I took from it. Now, here's what y'all been waiting for. Which project did better, in my opinion? Now, on his Twitter, 6 Seconds said that Demigod was going to smash Animated, production-wise, content-wise, you know, just the whole thing. Like, he thought he did good in Animated. He's trying to surpass himself, and that's what every artist should be. You should have ambition. You should be trying to outdo yourself. I know I am. So, but the thing is, did it really do that? Okay, from what I took from both albums, I love both albums. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I might get a lot of hate for this. I don't think Demigod did better than Animated. I actually like Animated better than Demigod. Now, let me explain myself before you all get your pitchforks and your Twitter fingers and trigger fingers ready. That's a Meat Mill reference, by the way. I like Animated because, not just because it had more tracks. That's stupid, no. It's because he's speaking more from his fun side. Like, it had his hood side, but it had more fun with it. Like, he tempered it down a little bit. I like to have fun with my tracks as well. And that's just me as an artist. You guys might like Demigod better than Animated. But don't get me wrong, Demigod was phenomenal. But I like Animated better. There's more hype turn-up songs in this album. Like, I like to have fun. He talked about his city, talked about his father. He had some more deeper, like, Too Long was a good track where he described some more deeper things that happened to him, how he got injured, ended up in the hospital. I'm kind of giving these albums away, but you know, it's a review, and it's got spoilers in it. Just like my Dragon Ball Epsilon reviews, I put that in the title. If y'all clicked here and you made this far, so be it. I like Animated better. And Demigod, it's really good, really, really good. But he kind of gets repetitive, speaking about girls and his gangster side. I mean, I love it because he's speaking from the heart. He's speaking from the heart on every one of his tracks, by the way. It's just, it was a little too repetitive for me. Like, I wish he would have branched out, you know, like, a couple tracks about girls, a couple tracks about gangsterism, a couple tracks about, you know, trying to be better himself. I wish he could have branched out a little more on Demigod, that's all. But you know, he's got to put his street cred out. He's got to represent himself. He is working on his 3rd album, by the way, and we are gonna have to pay for that because I know he took donations on his Twitch stream. He streams a lot on Twitch, by the way. Y'all should follow him at PressStart6. Then you can get the notification every time it goes live. Usually on Friday and Saturdays. But he accepted donations for Animated and Demigod to get them funded, engineered, mixed, mastered, all that stuff. But he's working on his other one at the request of many fans so that we can buy it. I will let you guys know when this album comes out, or if I get any rumors, I'll start reviewing 6 Seconds albums. You guys will convince me. Shout out to 16-Bit Hero and Tyler the Creator on my Instagram page for requesting this review. My overall thoughts: Animated is still greater than Demigod. That's just me though. So I hope y'all enjoyed that. This has been the Adam Smasher, live from the multiverse. My heroes and sheroes, keep doing your thing, keep being positive people out there, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace out. Peace out.